Okay, so in today's forecast, we're going to tell you all the weather that you need to know that's going to hit the United States in the next few days. Starting with some pictures of the snow this morning. We got a little bit of snow, so I thought I might take a picture and post it on YouTube. And now we're looking at the jet stream. A really strong dip in the jet stream will form over the western United States, and that can form some showers and thunderstorms. And a really strong upper winds are gonna start to form and move east. We'll get much into that later in the video. Now we're going to precipitation type. There's that snowstorm going on. That's going to dump a lot of snow across Maine, upstate New York. We can see up to a foot of snow. But for now, in the Great Lakes region, all the way into the Ozarks, the Ohio Valley, where it looks like we're just going to see a coating to an inch. Farther up north, like Iowa, we can see 2 to 4 inches. And then farther east you go, you can see more and more snow. As we move on, some rain and showers are possible in the southern United States. We'll get much into the precipitation later in the video, so stay tuned. Now we're looking at the temperatures over the next few days. It's going to get really extremely cold, especially these areas on tonight. We can see some really cold weather going on. A huge area of cold weather is going to come in, bringing temperatures to single digits up in Minnesota, Iowa, South Dakota, North Dakota, all those places. And then a massive polar vortex is going to shoot really cold air into the United States, and that's going to bring negative 20-degree weather is in Iowa, southern Minnesota, and those places. So really, really cold weather is going on. That's not just wind chills. That's just actual temperature. So wind chills is way colder than that if it actually is real windy. Moving on, it becomes more and more uncertain on what's going to happen. Overnight temperatures in the Iowa, Minnesota area, and the teens to single digits. Again, more and more uncertain as we move on. So, huge, this is that polar vortex that's going to move in. Just going to bring really cold air to the Ozarks, Ohio Valley, all those places. The Ohio Valley, Ozarks, all those places can experience some temperatures in the upper teens. So that's going to be a possibility, and you guys need to watch out if you live anywhere in there. Moving on, more and more uncertain, really active weather pattern, guys. Now we're looking at Wednesday the 3rd. It's going to get really cold, and some ice is possible. So we're going to get much into that later in the video. Some cold weather on Friday is possible near the Chicago area. Chicago area, we can see some really cold weather. Oh, and we can see some below average temperatures as far south as northern Florida. Didn't even see that. I'm going to bring out let's see. Temperatures below freezing in the southern Alabama, Mississippi, and northern Florida area. So that's crazy if you live anywhere in there. Just be ready for some really cold weather. And now we're looking at some of the GFS models. You can see that snow right in there. A little band, the last band will hit Springfield at around 5 to 7 p.m. So if you live in the southern United States, there is actually a severe weather threat and a 2% tornado threat. So we'll get into that later in the video. All those areas I'm circling will just get a lot of heavy snow. The heaviest parts in northern Pennsylvania, almost all of Pennsylvania, except for the southeast part of it, and then upstate New York, all the way up to Maine, all the way up into Maine. So it starts at northern Missouri all the way up into Maine. Cincinnati, you might get affected by this with 1 to 3 inches of snow, and then some mixture of ice, sleet, and some snow is possible in the central to northern Arkansas area, central to northeastern Arkansas area. There's that severe threat. I am definitely seeing some of those supercell thunderstorms trying to develop ahead of it. Those weak supercell thunderstorms starting to develop in front of the line, and they'll just kind of mush together and move out of the area. There is a severe risk for the day 2 outlook too. Again, I'll get much into that later in the video. Isolated higher amounts near the Indianapolis area. and then again some ice is possible in the Kentucky, northern Kentucky, in the Virginia's area. We can see some dangerous conditions with all that ice going on. And then as we move on near Maine, Rhode Island, upstate New York, all those places, Pennsylvania, we'll get kind of a mixture and a mix of snow, rain, sleet, freezing rain, all that ice and all that kind of stuff. So, watch out. And now we're moving on to new snow. So, uh, this you can see a trace of snow going on in the Ozarks in southern Ohio Valley. And then as we move on, some more deeper snow is possible with that lake effect snow going on near in the Lake Michigan area. And then this winter storm moves up into the Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, upstate New York, Maine, all those places, and that will dump, let's say, 4 to 8 inches of snow, or 5 to 10 inches of snow, the farther northeast you go. Maine, I think especially, we're going to get a lot of snow out of this, and parts of Canada will be affected by about a foot of snow. So, share this to anyone who lives in as far as eastern Nebraska all the way up into southeastern Canada. We can see let's say 3 to 6 inches of snow in the Iowa area, and as far in Maine, Ohio all the way up into Maine, we can see 3 to 6 or 4 to 8 inches of snow. And then Canada, we can see right there in that green, you see that? That's where the foot of snow is possible. So again, this is new snow, so there's already snow on the ground all over the place. It's just showing new snow that just fell down. Alright, now moving on to the severe risk that I was saying I was going to get into later in the video. There's the day 1 outlook and then day 2 outlook near Jacksonville, western Florida. Can get some severe weather on the day 2 outlook. And this is the day 1 tornado risk, and then the day 2 tornado risk. So we have a 2% tornado risk on the day 1 and day 2. So have a way to get an alerts on this ever so small severe risk in these areas. So have a way to get alerts. There is a winter weather advisory for the Ozarks all the way into Little Rock, into the Ohio Valley, and then there is a winter storm warning for places like Maine, Rhode Island, all those places. We'll get much into that later in the video. This is precipitation type radar. You can see that kind of wintry mix going on near Memphis, and then the farther north you go, it turns to snow. This whole area will just get that wintry mix that I'm circling. Here's that winter storm warning. There it is. Portland, Portland, Boston, Albany. All those places are going to be affected by 4 to 5 to 10 inches of snow, actually. So share this with anyone who lives up in the northeast Ohio Valley, northern Ohio Valley into the northeast. A lot of snow going on near Columbia, Jefferson City, Evansville, Peoria, Lincoln. This is the ice forecast right in there, so we can see up to 1/10 of an inch of ice. Now we're moving on to the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook. We can see some warmer than average temperatures on the west coast, and then this is the 3 to 4 week outlook. And then the 1 month outlook. Warm weather in the south, cold air in the north. That's basically the only story. And then this is the 8 to 14 precipitation outlook. This is the week 3 to 4. You got some drier than average on the west coast into the central United States. And then this is the 3-month outlook right here. Drier than average temperatures in the central United States. This is the 6 to 10 day forecast. So basically drier weather in the eastern United States into the central United States. You can just look at this. This is the 8 to 14 day outlook right here. Places like San Francisco, in between San Francisco, Los Angeles, all the way into Springfield, St. Louis, all those places will experience some drier than average weather. And then Florida area will experience some wet weather, and then the Pacific Northwest will too. These are some hazcams. This one's in Gulf Shores. Now, gloomy weather over there. This is in Dolphin Island. Same story. You can see some rain showers up way out in the distance. So, that's where the marginal risk of severe weather is there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe with a notification bell on for more updates.